Next up, some Jeffrey Bigelson, and subject is Santo and Octagon banned from AAA. Hi guys, big fan of the show, even disco. Ha ha. I heard in a recent episode during the Lucha Libre segment, Conan mentioned how Santo and Octagon were barred from AAA. Was Santo trying to sue Conan's boss and trying to get her arrested? I was wondering if Conan could tell these stories as to why they are banned and the stories behind them. Thanks, guys, and keep up the good work. Keeping it 100 gets me through the day every day. It's really the only podcast I listen to. Didn't you explain this in detail when we talked about it?
Pretty much.
Yeah, go back and listen to the show. I heard on a recent episode during the. You said you heard on a recent episode. I don't know, bro. I thought he was very clear and told that story in detail.
Did I tell the whole story, Joe, or no?
I thought you did.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I don't know what more he's looking for, but maybe.
All right. Well, just in your next letter, tell me specifically what you want to know, because I thought I said it last week.
Right. Go listen. Yeah, go listen to it again, buddy.
And if you still have any questions, just send another email, and I'll answer it.
The next is from John Kamepa, and the subject is Where Did It All Go Wrong? On the most recent SmackDown, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler unified the WWE and NXT tag team titles. Who gives a... People may not get it today, but as little as 4 to 5 years ago, Rousey was on the same level of celebrity as Beyonce. Now in 2023, she's making entrances at WrestleMania to minimal reaction at best. Basically what I'm asking is, where did it all go wrong for her? Is it WWE's fault or is she to blame for this? Also, with your booking ideas, do you think that there's a way to fix her? Conan's dogs are the real draws of the show. Interesting. Well, she got pregnant, had to go off TV for a while, for like a year. That's what, bro. When you're on TV and then you just suddenly get taken off TV, and you're hot, it's like, coming back. I don't know. I don't know.
Nothing's really gone wrong with her because she was not a good baby face. Okay. And plus, remember when she first came in, she marked out. She was always smiling and like she acted like a mark. And you're supposed to be a celebrity. You should be like, I belong here. But anyways, having said that, she was miscast as a babyface. She couldn't take criticism. She started to go off on people on social media. So WWE probably figured, bro, she's a good heel, and probably in real life. Because remember when they were doing Ultimate Fighter and it was her and the other girl, Misha Tate, and how unlikable she came off on that show, doing a lot of sophomore to her, and you were like, grow up. So she is a heel in real life. She wants to be like all the other snowflakes. She wants people to constantly put her over. So they put her as a heel, and I think she's been a good heel. The problem is this Shayna Baszler, who I think is good. That's her girl, and she was like, I want to do something with Shayna, and she's not really in anything exciting right now.
Right. Next is from who we got here? Eddie Gonzalez. So does Jeff Lane. Question for Disco only. Would you still have gone back with Vince if you were doing LTB again? Lions Tiger LTBTQIA. Again, with Jeff Lane, his lame topics and questions. Go get my go can suck a bag of. Enjoy your day, gentlemen. What do you think about that, Joe?
Eddie Gonzalez, I believe he's a get my go listener. I'm not. He's just trying to get over. He's trying to get over you guys.
I'd like to bring him in tell him to come in the round tables. I'd like to invite him.
He needs to pay.
Okay, that's true. Well, bro, here's the reason I quit doing the Vince's show is because I didn't have a lot of free time on my hands, and plus, I didn't like with free time on my hands having to do his show and having his listeners write letters to Vince, emails grading my performance. But Vince probably was good to see me go to that. He didn't have to deal with the headache of the people complaining about my performances on the show.
No, but didn't he once write on Twitter? I'll admit I did miss Disco, and I'm glad to have him back, or something like that.
Yeah, he missed it, but honestly, he was getting emails where these people were criticizing my performance on the show, sending like 8-paragraph emails.
Right.
And he had to read this is getting dumped in his lap, So whatever.
Yeah, and remember some of the guys were even writing into our show, the mass superstars, and
Right. Yeah, those schmucks.
Oh, the grapplers.
The grapplers.
Yeah.
Superstar. Next is from Mitch Polachek, and the subject is K100 being called out on the Sportster. Greetings, Dirty Animals and Joe. This article came from my MSN homepage. I saw the clickbaity picture of Disco in the chicken suit, so I clicked on it. The article somewhat puts over Conan, but conversely buries Disco. Regarding Conan, the article says, just a real sidebar here, buddy. On a Sportskeeda, they like post like a lot of stuff for me and Conan every week. Sportster, which all right.
Yeah. What's that?
Sportster, what is that?
I'd never really heard of it, to be honest with
you. Okay, Conan. Okay, this is regarding. Here's what the article says. Conan is one such retired wrestler, part of the K100 podcast, who sometimes draw the ire of fans of modern wrestlers with his comments. To fans in America, Conan was strictly a mid-carder, albeit a fun shout-along pre-match promo. Of course, fans of Mexican wrestling may have a different view of Conan. In the early 90s, he was one of Lucha Libre's top stars, a main eventer in the early years of AAA who was often touted as the Hulk Hogan of Mexico. Regarding Disco, the article says, in recent years, however, Disco, ironically Conan's co-host on Keep It 100, mostly spends his time having backwards opinions about whatever AEW is doing and trashing gifs of Joshi wrestling on Twitter. My question is, does the Sportster get added to the Disco list? Personally, I believe so, but not for putting Disco on this list, but for the misinformation saying the Superior One's comments are backwards opinions about AEW. P.S. What the F is Joshi wrestling? Joshi wrestling is the Japanese female girls, right?
That's Japanese girls, right?
Okay.
Well, I want to say before you put them on a list or anything like that, they didn't all say negative, DI, because it says here, during his time in WCW, Disco was a fun mid-carder and a decent in-ring performer getting a respectable mileage out of a low-effort gimmick.
Okay, well, Joe, I'm going to go one step further. The guy that wrote this article, his name is Danny Jeljasevich. I'm going to say it again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. I got it.
Danny Jeljasevich.
Right.
Conan. Danny Jeljasevich.
Ooh.
Right. Some no name. Bro, let me explain to the guy that wrote this email. Dude, I do not value the opinions of a lot of these dirt sheet article these people I've never heard of them. Right? And they're not talking to me, they're talking about me. So their opinion is nothing I would value at all. Next is from Kyle Salters, and the subject is Son of Umaga. Umaga. What's up, guys? Umaga has a son named Zilla Fatu that started training at Booker T school earlier this year. He has his very first match for Booker T's reality wrestling promotion on July 15th. Do you think after Zilla wrestles a couple months this year for reality wrestling, the WWE will fast track him to NXT, have him wrestle for a couple months on there, and then get him on the main roster soon after so they can put him in the Bloodline storyline mix by this time next summer? Or do you think they would be better off waiting and letting him get his reps in a ring of ROW reality wrestling and maybe hire him in 2025 so they can bring in Jacob Fatu at the same time? This is an interesting question because, Joe, pull up Dominic Mysterio's Instagram if you can. Are you on Instagram?
Yeah.
Pull up Dom. I think it's Dominic, Dominik. Let me see here. See an interesting little post there. Or maybe it's down now because it might have been in his stories. But bro, he's in a hotel walking down the hall with this guy. So I don't know if this guy is on the road at WWE now or something, or is it, but that was an interesting post because I was wondering maybe this guy's the next Bloodline guy, or he looks like $1 million.
Yeah, it's not up here anymore. Oh,
it's not? Okay.
No.
Well, look up his Instagram so Conan can look at him. He looks like $1 million. Like like I think this guy's a football player. Like typical Samoan, great athlete, played a lot. I didn't know that Jimmy Uso was that good of an athlete. Like he was what was he most likely to succeed? Was he the quarterback on the football team or something like that? Joe, look that up.
Jimmy Uso.
Look at Jimmy Uso because Roman played for Georgia Tech. Bro, these guys are these guys are high class athletes, which is why they're probably so good. Next is from what's this guy's name?
Jimmy Uso played college football at West Alabama.
Did he really?
Yeah.
What position?
Had dreams of a football career.
What do you play? What position do you
play? It doesn't say in this article, but I'll get it.
Next is from Anthony Hunt. The subject's question for Conan. K100 crew. Greetings to Joe, Conan, and Disco Inferno. Greetings, all. This one is for the master book, heart, and soul of AAA, a big dog, Conan. If you get a chance, you got to check out Electra Lopez, pound for pound best heel in NXT, and she's thick as hell. She's confident, acts like a true badass. Conan, I think she'll pique your interest. My question is, if you think she's a triple A material, that's from Anthony Hunt. Look this girl up. What's her name? Electra Lopez, Joe.
Okay. And both Usos were linebackers.
Figures. Samoan linebackers.
They played on the same high school team. They played on the same high school team as Roman, and Roman was like a defensive player of the year.
You know who probably would have been a great professional wrestler? Who was the guy? Troy Palamulo. He had that wrestler type athleticism, you know.
Here's
is this Electra Lopez? Let's pull the pictures up on big screen here.
There you go.
We'll pull it, make it big.
There, is that good?
I can't show. Let's see one that shows her butt. The guy says she's thick. Well, I'm just serious. The guy says she's thick as hell.
You can see by her legs. You don't have to see her.
I mean, there's a nice side view of that. Yeah, that's a good.
Try and find one that has her butt.
I got you.
Because I don't know why girls have, there's not a lot of girls.
I'm sure that exists. I'm sure there's fan sites.
Did I sound creepy asking to see a picture of her butt?
Yeah, that's gonna make Sportskeeda.
All right, next is from Anthony Hunt.
Okay, show me that picture, Joe. Let me see. Show me a picture because I think that's the girl that was in LWO before they were LWO when they were in NXT.
It's up on the screen. That's her right there.
That's her?
Mm-hmm.
She looks pretty good. Yeah.
Trained by Damian
Adams. But check and see if she was in the girl that was with Santos Escobar and the Legado de Fantasma in NXT.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. No. What were they? Yeah. They weren't LWO. The faction was called
Legado de Fantasma.
Yeah.
No, right. Vega was. Vega took her place apparently.
Well, then she was.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking you. Was she NXT, the original one?
Yeah, NXT 2.0 she was, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So another one from Anthony Hunt. He's going to get suspended.
Absolutely.
Question for Disco. K100 crew. Greetings all. Sorry, Disco, if it's 2 emails. I beg for forgiveness. There's no forgiveness. It's just a week suspension. You know the rules. I just got to ask for this. My great storytelling for the Bloodline. Why couldn't WWE do this for MVP and the Hurt Business? Hurt Business versus Bloodline is a mega money match. My question is, who's the next stable to confront the Bloodline? I kind of like the OC or Imperium. What do you think? Sincerely, that's from Anthony Hunt. Disco, keep slaying the marks. They're not on your level, never were. I agree with that. Bro, there's a lot of stuff on the table for the Bloodline still. I just want to see where they're having internal problems right now, and that's where the story's going. I'm just wondering if Jey Uso is going to end up back with Sammy. Like those two guys together, like his buddies, you know?